Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Harang Choi and I am currently preparing for the USMLE journey. On today's video, I will talk about the OET exam. I will answer a few questions about it and then proceed to share my experience preparing for it. So, the first question is, why did I take the OET exam? If you will be applying for the ECFMG certification using the pathways provided by ECFMG, you are required to take the OET exam, and that is why I took the exam. And the second question is, what is the minimum score required in order for you to use that for the ECFMG certification? So the answer to that is you need a minimum score of 350 out of 500. So 350 equates to a letter score of B, and you have to get at least a B or at least a 350 in each of the sections. So as all of you know, OET is composed of 4 sections. There is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So you need to get a minimum of 350 in each of the sections. If you get anything lower than 350 in any of the sections, you have to retake the exam. So keep that in mind. Next question is, how much does the exam cost? So it's pretty expensive actually for a language exam. It is $455 US if you take in the United States a computer-based exam. It actually varies the cost. If you take it in Korea or in other countries, the cost might be different, and so make sure to check the cost on their website. The next question is, what resources did I use to review for the OET exam? So to answer that, I only used 2 resources. So the first one is the www.e2language.com. They have a free course on the OET, and so you can use the free course to review or get to know what kind of question stamps they give on the OET exam for each section. And they also have a paid course. I haven't tried those. I only used the free course. But if you think you need more time and more practice, then you can, I guess, definitely try out the paid course that they provide. And the second resource that I used was their official website. So if you go to www.occupationalenglishTest.org, you will find, if you go to the right tab, you can select the Prepare tab, and then when you drop down, you will see free sample tests. I just used the free sample tests there after reviewing from the e2language.com, and then that's the second resource I used for reviewing for the exam. Next question is, how many days did it take me to prepare for the exam? I think this will vary per person, but it took me 5 days, and I think depending on your baseline English skill, it will vary how long it will take you to prepare for the exam. I think it's important to take sample tests to gauge yourself and see how well you do on each of the sections. So the next question is, how did I prepare for the exam? So as I've said, it took me 5 days. So what I did was, my exam was scheduled to be on a Saturday, and so I started preparing for it on Monday of that week. And so what I did was, on Monday I worked on listening. So I went to the e2language.com and watched all their videos there that are free, and then familiarized myself with the question stamps and the type of questions they give, and then did some practice tests on their website. And then after I was familiarized with all of that, I went to the occupationalenglish.com.org website and did their practice test. And then once I scored myself, I translated that to the 3-digit score online, and I gauged myself with that. And then on Tuesday, I also did the same thing with reading. So since I am currently preparing for the Step 2 CK exam, I would study for the Step 2 CK exam throughout the day, and I would just designate 2 to 3 hours around nighttime to prepare for the OET exam. And so Monday, for instance, 7 to 9 p.m. would be designated for my OET preparation. And then so Tuesday, I did the same thing for the reading section. I did some practice tests and then gauged myself based on the scores I got. And then on Wednesday, I did the same thing with the writing section. Although when I was doing the writing section, I realized that this could be the section that I struggle most with, or could possibly be tricky. On Thursday, I did the same thing with the speaking section. I did some practice on my own, responding to sample cards for conversation with a patient. And then on Friday, the day before the actual exam, I did like a general overview, and then I went back to listening again to do one practice exam, and then I did another reading section practice exam, and then I also did a lot more writing practice, or I looked at a lot of practice prompts and tried to do some practice writing. And then I also looked at a lot of the speaking sample prompts so that I can kind of envision and predict what kind of questions I could encounter during the actual exam. And I also watched a lot of YouTube videos. The OET themselves have YouTube videos online that provide sample speaking responses, and so you can definitely go and watch those videos as well. So yeah, so I prepared for 5 days and I took it on a Saturday, June 12th, and I think it went pretty well. I'll be getting my score this Saturday actually, so we'll see, but it felt like it went pretty well, so I think it should be fine. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Yes, that red button, subscribe button, I will really appreciate it. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!